Today on Eye on LC, we bring you the latest in sports and news across Lynchburg College with a special surprise from Elizabeth Cantrell. Hello and welcome back. I'm Caroline Moore and this is your Eye on LC. The Dar Gallery has changed the channel to Looney Tunes. Connor Knight tells us more.
Thanks for the introduction, Caroline. I'm Connor Knight and let's get this show started with some Looney Tunes. Ah, the Looney Tunes. It's hard to find someone these days who has not heard of these legendary cartoon characters. The exhibit showed drawings from Chuck Jones, the artist of Looney Tunes. The exhibit even had commercial products of Looney Tunes. They had salt and pepper shakers, records, and even lunchboxes. And here's Dr. Robinson to tell us the significance on pulp culture Looney Tunes had. What do you think is the cultural significance of Chuck Jones's Looney Tunes?
Well, like a lot of things in popular culture, like Superman, Star Trek, Sherlock Holmes, the Looney Tunes characters, Bugs Bunny, all of that crew, they're characters that we sort of automatically know, almost from birth. They're characters that we just sort of fill our popular culture in with. So one of the most important things about them is their very commonplace nature. So something that exists, and exists as long as these characters have, right? So Bugs comes around officially in 1940, right, and they're sort of proto-Bugses before that. That's decades. And to remain consistently popular suggests that there's something about those characters that we really enjoy, that we really like, because otherwise if we didn't, it would go away. One of the things that these demonstrate is a common humor, a common sense of what we as Americans enjoy and think is amusing.
You can never get enough of those Looney Tunes. I'm Connor Knight. This was Looney Tunes exhibit in Dillard. Back to you, Caroline.
Thank you, Connor. This week has been lush with LC sports, and the Hornets are in it for the win. Kestrel Curl has more from the sports department. Kestrel?
Thanks, Caroline. Lynchburg athletics were in full swing this week, seeing everything from tough losses to incredible wins. And speaking of incredible wins, our game of the week happened on St. Patrick's Day as the men's lacrosse team traveled to conference rival and 13th-ranked Roanoke. The game was back and forth all 4 quarters, and an early 3-1 lead for the Maroons of Roanoke, as well as 5 goals in 5 minutes to open the second half, didn't stop LC as they too made surges, led by Dylan Hoff and Max Vumard, who each tallied 3 goals and an assist, and Pat Orm, who added 2 goals and 2 assists. At the end of regulation, the game was tied 12-12. Overtime, here we go. And overtime, it didn't last long. Just 3 minutes and 44 seconds into OT, Max Vumard found the back of the net. Game over. Lynchburg improved their record to 7-1 on the season. What an exciting game that was, but that wasn't the only exciting game that happened this week. Here are your Hornet headlines. Baseball was very busy this week. They won 19-5 over Ferrum, 19-3 over Averitt, then suffered a 9-4 loss to Tufts, but they bounced back nicely as they took both games of the Eastern Mennonite doubleheader 4-3 and 22-7. The ladies of lacrosse fell to Wittenberg 10-8. Men's tennis grabbed an 8-1 victory over Shenandoah. The ladies were not as lucky, losing both matches this week. LC hosted Dr. Jack M. Tom's Open track and field meet. The women finished 3rd overall and the men 2nd. As always, you can get a full schedule of LC athletics online. Caroline?
Thank you, Kestrel. This past week, many brave students decided to shave their heads to raise money and awareness for childhood cancer research. The event was put on and was supporting the St. Baldrick's Foundation. Whoever knew that video games in science class would ever be promoted? Lisa Huber shows us exactly how this was played out.
Hi, this is Lisa Huber for Eye on LC. We are about to go talk to Dr. Nikovich and students about the great video game experiment. I am here with Dr. Nikovich, who's in charge of the video game experiment. Hello.
The great video game experiment.
The great video game experiment. Tell us a little bit about it.
Basically what I'm looking at is people's reactions to artificial environments, and the best way to do that is with video games because you can create the conditions that you're looking for. Specifically, I'm looking for how they interact with the environment themselves, the environment itself, as well as their relationship with the characters they create.
Can you tell us a little bit about the game?
Sure. The game is a game called Oblivion, and it is a role-playing game. It's the kind of game where you can come into a world and do whatever you want. So with this particular experiment, you will come in and you'll create a character, and then you go out into the world. And with that world, you can do whatever you want. You can talk to people. You can plunder the countryside. You can go on side quests. You can go on the main quest. You can pretty much do whatever you want. So the idea is to come in and sort of live kind of an alternate life for a while.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
We are here with Ricky, who's a student who's actually playing the games. So have you done this before? Is this your first year doing this?
This is my first year doing the experiment, yeah.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a bonus point for me or for one of my friends if I did it for one of them and play video games. I mean, that's what people do most of the time anyways, just play
That's
video
true.
games.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
If you're interested in gaining a few extra points for a marketing class or just playing a video game, here's the URL. Back to you.
Thanks, Lisa. Spring break precedes spring fever, and despite the absence of students on campus, the remaining inhabitants of Lynchburg College decided to get downright squirrely for the week. Elizabeth Cantrell tells us more.
In Dean Eccles' Spring Break Weekly Blast, he alluded to an exclusive film created by the Squirrels of Lynchburg College campus. I'm Elizabeth Cantrell, and as part of this Eye on LC special, we bring you exclusive footage of the film, Squirrels Gone Wild.
Pleased with the spring weather, Lisa Huber tells us what to expect for this week. Lisa?
Thanks, Caroline. It looks like the week is going to start off warm and with a chance of showers. But as we continue on through the middle of the week, it's going to become drier. And by the end of the week, there will be a chance of showers with temperatures cooling down. Most of the showers will be west of the Blue Ridge, though, which means that our chance of showers will be lower, and it will be mainly cloudy. Now, let's look at the 7-day forecast. It'll be warm with highs in the upper 70s for most of the week. There will be a slight chance of showers on Monday, as well as on Thursday and Friday. It is also going to get cooler by the end of the week, with highs in the upper 60s. Lows will be in the lower 50s until the end of the week. By the end of the week, they will drop to the 40s. Remember to like Eye on LC Weather on Facebook to get weather updates every day. Back to you, Caroline.
Thanks, Lisa. Join us next week for more of your Eye on LC. Thank you and have a great week.